Hi everyone, it's Keith from Home Right, and I wanted to give you an update on our figs. It's now been about 9 months since we started these figs from cuttings back in January, and I have 8 known varieties out here, and then I have one other variety that I got from the nursery, so not quite sure what that one is. But let's start with our figs that we've got in ground. First one here is our Bown Turkey fig. As you can see, we've got some nice figs starting to produce. I'm really impressed with this one, and I've heard this before. For those just starting like myself, they said Bown Turkey fig is real easy, real simple, and probably something you should consider growing, or be one of the ones that you first start to consider growing in your garden. But there we go, another one. They're not quite ready yet. You can see them, they're bending over. They're starting to get soft. Possibly another 2 or 3 days, and this one will be good to go. Next fig we have here is the one from the nursery. It's called a Phil's fig. I don't have any figs on this whatsoever, but it's got some really good growth going on. I'm just gonna have to see what happens with this. I'm hoping, well, actually nope, there we go. Looks like I might have something starting. Right there. Now the one fig here, this is going to be a Kadota right here. This is one that has no figs on it as well this year, but it has also stayed pretty small in size and compact compared to the rest of them. Not sure if this is just the variety. It's going to be a little bit slower to grow, but once again, still impressed with how it's growing and how it's doing here in the ground. Now as I go down, this is the white Miedera #1. Top on these, got a lot of small figs you can see growing in here. I'm not sure if we're gonna get a chance to harvest these, as it is almost, it's August 25th today, so not sure if they're gonna make it and grow to their potential before the first frost. But all in all, still happy with how it's doing. This one here is our Violette de Bordeaux. It's got some figs coming along, some of decent size, and once again, some smaller ones. But all in all, for year one, I'm impressed that we're still just even getting this many figs. I mean, some people say you'll get a bunch, some people say you might get 1 or 2, but real pleased with how this is doing so far with our in-ground fig area. And then finally, this one right here is the Conadria. I do not have anything going on this one, but tons of growth. We have had some issues. You can see down here with the leaves, and it looks like it might be that rust starting here on some of these lower leaves. But overall, the health of this plant is still doing real well. So now let me switch from our in-ground plants. We're just going to kind of cut through our garden here and go over to our area of our potted plants now. These are still going to be a lot of these same varieties. I was just doing this to try to see how things are growing in pots versus in ground. And the first one that I have here is a Violette de Bordeaux. That's probably in about, it looks like it's a 5-gallon pot, maybe not quite. And yeah, we have a couple of figs. Well, I got one fig growing right there, but nothing too much else. There's a small one that's coming up right up there as well. Plant health looks pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Much better here Then this next one, which is another white Miedera #1. You can see some of the leaves here. Not really sure if they're doing all that well. So, but up near the top of it, we got some decent production of figs. As I keep just kind of scrolling across here, I don't even know, I gotta check this one out. What is this? This here is a brown turkey. And then another Conadria right here. And this Conadria was one that we did about a week ago pick our first fig off of. It was absolutely massive in size. Taste was really good. So this Conadria I'm really looking forward to, because they said it will become a mass producer of figs and give us a bunch of them. So I'm hoping that to be the case come next year. And then right here we got another Violette de Bordeaux with some good figs here at the top. A little on the small side, but still producing pretty good. Here's one of our first LSU varieties we've got. This is an LSU Scots Black. This variety doesn't have anything as far as figs on it, but still pleased with how it's looking. Now I do have one I'm going to show you in a minute in another section that's actually got some figs producing on it. So take a look at that in a minute. And then here is another white Miedera #1 with some great figs here. Really looking forward to this. People say that this fig has a really good strawberry taste. Even some have said it's like almost a Jolly Rancher of sorts. So real interested to see how that's going to taste once we finally get to try our first one of these. And then the next one we've got here is our LSU Tiger. Now I'm just going to start at the bottom here, but you'll see that LSU Tiger here, it's doing well. It's split off into two sections here, but good fig production there. And then still in the back there, we got some more. I definitely have to work. First year here, didn't do so great with what I probably should have done in some of my what I'll call pinching sooner, and that might have helped me along, but I'm learning as I go here. And then this variety is our LSU Gold. That's got probably about half a dozen or so figs on it, and just like the other one, kind of got that split. My goal here is to try to train these all to be a little bit more in the form of a tree shape, and then branch off from there at about maybe about 16 to 18 inches high. So that'll be some of the work we'll be doing this winter. Once these guys become more dormant, I'm not touching them right now at this time of the year. And then right here I've got what was the neglected brown turkey fig. This was a fig tree that was on our property that just constantly kept eaten by deer. I never got any figs on the thing. Finally brought it inside the fence. This was the tree that we finally got a first fig on last year and got me hooked into this whole fig growing concept. As you can even see here, stem on that pretty thick. So this guy is what I'll say the reason why we got into all this fig production. So I've got 3 more figs to show you that are located over in grow bags right now, and these figs are going to go into the ground sometime in the fall. And I'm also, while I'm walking over here, I'm looking to add probably about 3 more varieties of figs next year, once again from cutting. So if any of you got some great suggestions for figs growing in central North Carolina, please put it down in the comment section below. Always looking for thoughts and ideas and trying new figs. So here I've got our LSU Gold. Here's a good example of probably what I should have pinched a long time ago. All of these here are probably standing at about 5 feet, 6 feet tall with no branching off. Now I do have some figs on them, which is great, but I probably could have had better production if I had taken care of these a little bit better earlier on, maybe in about, probably would say the May time frame. So over here is our LSU Scots Black. And the Scots Black, not sure if I'm going to end up with any figs that'll be edible this year, because as you can see, most of them are these little guys. But we've got them all throughout the plant. And then finally is our LSU Tiger. Another plant that I probably should have taken care of a lot better as far as pruning it, because it is standing probably 6 feet tall on a big tall single stem right here. Might be able to get some good cuttings off of it, but we still have some figs. So there it is. That's where it stands right now. Things are going real well. We're learning as we go, but we're enjoying the process along the way. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Should you have any questions or suggestions, please put them down in the comment section below, and we'll see you on the next video.